So how did you first kind of come across that and see that? Because it's quite a different business model to like trading and then also FBA as well. So who told you about it?
So I always knew about it, as in like there was OnlyFans models, and I always knew that it was a thing. Didn't know that it was a thing for years. I thought it was completely new, and it was kind of like, not now the space is a lot bigger, but back then it was pretty niche. But like I said, I was always like trying to learn something, like start a new business, start a new venture. Can I try this? Does it work? And I was always just like addicted to YouTube videos, just watching different stuff. And on my recommended, a video came across of an OFM guy just talking about how he started. And he just said, oh yeah, I just outreach to models who are already doing it. And that day I was like, what the fuck? It's like a light bulb moment. I was like, because I knew I wanted to do it. I've seen it from Tate, from just other guys, like other girls that were doing it and whatnot. I've seen it, like knew it was a thing. I was like, how the fuck am I, just a 19-year-old, gonna get into a business? Why would a girl trust me? Blah, 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 blah. And like, how would I even know one that does it? I thought you'd have to know them personally, and I had a girlfriend at the time and whatever. I just didn't really think I could do it, and then heard that on a podcast. I was like, what the fuck? And that same day, like I used to scroll on TikTok and see one girl who was doing it, messaged her that day, somehow got a reply, and that week signed her and basically got started there. I'm like, I had some like fake results from other people on Twitter and stuff, and just sent it over to her. I'm like, yeah, let's start. I was like, what the fuck? I'm not doing it now.
So how did that kind of first relationship go? Because that's kind of crazy to just find a model like first message. Like that's nuts, right? Like,
Yeah.
So how did that first model's relationship go? And are you still working with her today? Like how does that plan out?
So that first model was like opened the gate to basically everything now. So obviously I didn't know what to do at the time, but I've seen these like promotion of OnlyFans basically everywhere. So I've seen what other people are doing. I'm like, trying promo, trying this out, Twitter, TikTok, all these other things out. And first week with her, because the way OFM works, essentially, like a lot of the models are leaving a lot of money on the table. So simply by just taking over an account, there's money in the account that you can generate essentially just from someone who knows how to sell or market, taking over the account. So I took over the account, had no clue what I was doing, just YouTubed it down for information, didn't know about any group, any community. Like I had no clue what I was doing, but YouTube enough information, figured out the general gist of what I have to do, and literally just every single day, like 18 hours a day on my phone, either on Twitter, on the platform, on YouTube, whatever it was, just trying to make as much money possible from the account. And then first week with her, I done about $700, and I was like, this is insane, because no inventory, no full margin. It was 50-50 deal, so everything was like, this was like open, like I was showing my friends and they were like, oh, like what the fuck, like, oh, this is cool. But like for me it was like, nah, you don't realize I can scale this to shit tons more if I just know what to do. And with her, the reason why she was so important, relationship was good. I don't work with her now, but essentially I was on her Instagram, and pretty much I basically just told her, because she was doing nothing before, and then that first 2 weeks we done about $2,000. So the first week was about 700, next week was about 1.3k. And then I was like to her, oh, can I message on your Instagram any other girls you might want to work with, a manager or an agency? And she was like, yeah, sure. And from her account, I just started outreaching to other girls, and I always knew like, okay, I could do this, but what is a model going to trust more, me or another model?
Yeah.
And essentially I just done that, showed the results which I had, and signed 2 more models literally that same week, and then another one a week after. And with those 3 new models now I was doing everything. So I didn't know about hiring people. I didn't know about, this is literally the first actual business where you have to hire, where you have marketing, sales. Like trading isn't a business. Shoes is self-explanatory. It's just you buy the stock, you sell it on eBay. So I was all new to this, but sales is kind of self-explanatory to some degree. So I always knew how to sell, and I didn't know how to market. So that's when I'll go into that a bit later. So just taking over the accounts and selling on the accounts, I was doing 18-hour days, probably even 20, like waking up in the middle of the night, selling on the accounts, doing as much possible because literally I was like, fuck, the more hours I'm awake, the more money I can make on these accounts. There's money sitting there. And from these 4 models now, essentially 2 of them done 10, 1 done 15, 1 done like 2. So I closed the first month in like full month in the business about like 35k, which was like,
yeah, it's nuts.
I was
nuts.
like, I didn't realize it till I counted the numbers up because I didn't invoice them or anything yet. So I was like, what the fuck? I've got like 15, 16k coming to my bank. So my mind was just like, what the fuck have I done?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts in the first like proper full month. That's crazy.